What's up, guys? It's Sherelle Unique here, and I'm here to do part two of my review of Is God Is. Now, if you have not watched part one, please go back, check out part one. I do about a 5-minute non-spoiler review. Then I get off into the spoilers. This review is going to be a spoiler review. Now, if you watched part one, you know that it got cut off kind of quickly before I could really finish my thoughts. Now, once again, these spoiler thoughts are random. They're not in any particular order. I just wanted to come on and tell y'all some things that I thought that I did not add in part one. Once again, this movie is about revenge, okay? It's about revenge. It's about domestic violence. So if you are triggered by domestic violence, if you have been through it, if you know somebody who has been through it, or currently going through it, and that's going to be triggering, you do not want to go see this movie. One of the things I liked, and I talked about the actors in the last video, but I really loved how these two women really seemed like they were twins. They really seemed like they were sisters. There was a connection, a chemistry that was there, that you forget that these are just two random actresses who may or may not know each other, who may or may not have worked together, and they really seem like they grew up together. The chemistry was really undeniable. And from what I heard watching some other reviews, one of the sisters would be doing auditions with some other actresses, and that sister would dominate the scene. But when they got these two ladies together, it just worked together. They bounced off one another just seamlessly, and you can feel that watching the movie. Shout out to the actor, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Mykelti Williamson. His scene was hilarious, okay? It had me rolling, and I had no idea where it was going to go. It went a whole bunch of different places, and it was really comical, and he did a great job. So I talked about this movie being dark, and it definitely was dark. I mean, it's about a woman who's married to a man who she has 2 children by, and he literally is an abuser, and he sets her on fire in front of her children. The one sister, she's burned on her face and arm, and the other sister's more on her arms and back. And so the mother sends these 2 girls out, and the theme is make your daddy dead. So as dark as this movie was, the worst and most violent parts of the movie were not seen. They had a clever way of directing it so that you did not actually see the most brutal parts of the way people passed. Like, you had an idea of how people passed, you saw a couple people pass, but the most violent parts of it, she directed it in a way that you did not see it. Another thing was, as dark as the movie was, I also mentioned that it was comedic. So it was kind of almost, I hate to say watered down, but it made it more palatable for the viewers with the comedic aspect of the movie. So it was a mix of dark and light, and it was a good mix, I would say. I also liked how they had certain scenes, like some of their memories would be in black and white with only splashes of color. Certain parts, maybe like the TV has color, but the rest of the room is black and white, things of that sort, to make certain things stand out. But it's also keeping you in the space of their nostalgia and memories. So it was really a cool angle. I like how it showed how different people handled the domestic violence. You have some people who wanted him back, instantly forgave him. Just waiting in limerence for this man. You have some who was like, look, kill him. You have somebody else who's like, I'm dipping out. I'm out of here. I'm leaving all these people. I'm leaving my kids. I'm leaving this man, and I'm gonna have a better life. You have some who just wants to forgive and go on and move on with their life. And we all can relate to these type of stories. We all have had trauma. We all know somebody who is full of rage, full of anger, who wants to carry certain violent acts out because they've been through a lot of hurtful things. We all can relate to these different various coping mechanisms. And I like that you could just see it all. It talked a lot about what vengeance, revenge, rage, when that can consume you, what that'll do to you. It says something about how you never know where the blood actually shatters when it comes to vengeance. And so there was a message in this movie, and I appreciate any kind of movie that has a message in it. There was also healing. There was a lesson in healing. We got to see someone come full circle out of a traumatic situation into a better life, a new start, a new beginning. And I think we all can appreciate something like that. One thing I wish that this movie would have added is seeing Anaya go back to her mother, Ruby, aka God, and telling her, hey, we accomplished the mission. We accomplished the mission. But also letting her know in that mission, Racine died. So I would have liked to have seen how Ruby reacted to that, how she would have responded, since she was the one who set these two girls out on their mission. I mean, the girls went to see their mother for the first time. They thought she had passed away in the fire. They see their mother. She shows them her scarred up body from the incident. And that was the fuel that they had to go and carry this out. One of them's like, I don't want to do this. I'm not no killer. The other one's like, I'm with it. And so I feel like with that being such a pivotal part in the movie, we should have seen what Ruby had to say. What happened when Anaya went back to her. I think that would have made the movie come around full circle. Shout out to her directing debut. This is her first time doing a movie. Like I said, it's original. And so we really want to go out and support our films, especially for Black women. In order for them to get these kind of opportunities, we have to support. All right, those are my thoughts. If I think of anything else, I'll be back. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow my page, comment, let me know what you thought about this movie, Is God Is. My name is Sherelle Unique. I'm out.